Hey everyone, welcome back to Bluefluid vlog. Today we're diving into one of Europe's most vibrant and historical cities, Lisbon, Portugal. Whether you're here for a short trip or just curious about the city, this vlog will be your perfect travel guide to explore the must-visit spots around Lisbon. So, without further ado, let's get started. We touched down at Humberto Delgado Airport in the early morning hours, and luckily, we had a local friend to pick us up and take us to our Airbnb. If it's your first time in Lisbon, keep in mind that many locals speak little to no English, so having someone who knows Portuguese is definitely a plus. Driving in Lisbon? Not for the faint-hearted. The roads are narrow, and navigating through them can be tricky. We opted for Uber, which is super affordable compared to London, and honestly a lifesaver for getting around the city. After dropping off our luggage and grabbing a quick bite, we headed straight to the city center, Baixa de Lisboa, also known as Baixa Pombalina. This bustling area lies between the historic Alfama district and the more modern Chiado. It's packed with tourists, shops, and everything you'd expect from a lively city center. One interesting fact about Portugal is that it's one of the oldest nations in Europe, and Lisbon itself is older than cities like London and Paris. One of the most iconic experiences in Lisbon is hopping on the city's famous trams. Tram 28 is particularly well known, and although we didn't have time to ride it, I highly recommend it for anyone who wants to see the top tourist spots in the city. Sadly, we missed out, but hey, there's always next time. Now, speaking of football, it's hard to miss the presence of the legendary Cristiano Ronaldo in Lisbon. His face is everywhere, from souvenirs to murals. You name it, Ronaldo is part of the culture here. If you're a foodie, do not leave Lisbon without trying the famous pastel de nata, a delicious custard tart that will blow your mind. We stopped by Fábrica de Nata near the city center, and oh my, it was love at first bite. This little pastry alone is worth the trip. Portugal is also known for its rich maritime history. Did you know that Lisbon was a key hub during the age of exploration? Legendary explorers like Vasco da Gama set sail from here, helping to shape global trade routes. And speaking of Vasco da Gama, stay tuned. We'll talk about the bridge named after him later. Our next stop was Praca do Comercio, also known as Terreiro do Paco. This grand square was built on the site of the former royal palace, which was tragically destroyed during the 1755 earthquake. The square played a vital role in Lisbon's maritime trade, with ships unloading goods right onto its steps. With the Tagus River nearby and the sun shining, it's a beautiful spot to relax and soak in the city's history. We then crossed the famous 25 Diabril Bridge to visit the Sanctuary of Christ the King. This massive statue offers breathtaking panoramic views of the entire city and the Tagus River. It's a peaceful, awe-inspiring location, truly worth the trip. After that, we headed back downtown for a quick lunch, some fresh grilled fish and chips. Sitting outside, enjoying the sun and breeze, was the perfect break before heading to our next spot. One of the highlights of the day was Miraduro de Nossa Senhora do Monte. This is Lisbon's highest viewpoint, and from here you can see all the way to downtown and even spot the main monuments scattered across the city. I highly recommend taking a taxi here. The climb is tough, but the views are unbeatable, plus catching the sunset here is magical. We'll have to save that for our next visit. Before I sign off, here are some fun facts about Portugal. Portugal is home to the world's oldest bookstore, Livraria Bertrand, located in Lisbon. The country introduced port wine to the world, which remains one of its most famous exports. Portugal abolished slavery way back in 1761, way ahead of many other countries. Lisbon is known for its unique Calçada Portuguesa, the beautiful mosaic sidewalks that you'll see all over the city. To wrap up the day, we made our way to the Vasco da Gama Bridge, the longest bridge in the European Union and the second longest in Europe. Stretching over the Tagus River, it's an impressive sight, especially at night when it lights up in the distance. I hope you enjoyed exploring Lisbon with us today. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Bluefluid for more travel adventures. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you soon.